Hi, everybody. My name is Jose Prado, Man Survival, and I wanted to go ahead and talk or keep talking about what's going on in Iran and the United States and the whole they got an attack deal. Okay, we did see days before, or actually yesterday, that college kids were freaking out because they thought they were going to be drafted, which they came out and said that at this moment that is not the case. Okay, but we know that since President Trump killed the Iranian general Qasem Soleimani. Okay, they had been waiting for 3 days of mourning to pass before they start attacking or finalize their attack plan. Okay, so today, which is January 7, 2020, they might start attacking. We don't know if they're gonna go ahead and start activating the terror cells here, or they're gonna be attacking the Middle East. The with all the bases we have around them, many possibilities are on the table. Okay, and they did vow that they were gonna bring a historic nightmare to America. How is that gonna happen? We have no idea yet. They didn't specify. All we know is coming. All right, I have this article from Natural News, and it says, prepare for Iran to activate terror cells across America and attack the power grid, water supplies, and vulnerable infrastructure. It's shocking to realize how many people remain in total denial about the retribution that is going to be carried out by Iran's terror cells that are embedded in cities across America. As a result, radical Islamist terror cells have a pervasive presence in New York, Boston, Seattle, San Francisco, Orlando, Tucson, and many other cities. See map below. I'm gonna put a picture of that map that's in this article. It also says see source and more maps at claringtonproject.org/extremist-organizations/. You can go on there and you can see other maps that these people have on there. The way these terror networks operate is by fitting in with society while waiting for the once-in-a-lifetime command to activate, at which point they carry out daily attacks on various targets that would produce highest casualties via asymmetric warfare. And these people, they have been ordered to live the American way. They have a job, they have a house, they have a family. They're just waiting for that day to come for them to be activated or given the order to go ahead and start doing whatever it is that they do. We don't know if they do it by groups. They have like a lodge or a meeting group or something like that, and then they go and do their things, or is it like a whole countrywide, everybody go ahead and start? We don't know that yet. Okay. Vulnerable infrastructure is surprisingly easier for terrorists to destroy. The second point here is that America's infrastructure was not constructed with any real sense of making it resistant to domestic terrorist attacks. For example, power grid substations are right out of the open and can be easily attacked with long-range rifles from 1 to 2 miles away. And that is true. We have seen that happen before where I can't remember right now on the top of my head where it happened, but somebody shot at the power station, which created a blackout in that city. I'm sorry, I don't remember where it was, but I do remember that happened. Okay, and that can happen again, or it can happen in a large scale. I do remember that President Trump signed an executive order saying that he wanted the grid to be protected, but as far as we know, they haven't even started on doing that yet. Water delivery systems use open air canals and river sources that can be easily mass poisoned. Food deliveries can be easily disrupted or contaminated by targeting food distribution hubs. There are zero defenses right now against airborne biological, chemical, or radiological weapons delivered via drones or even small planes. Fuel refineries can be easily targeted with mortars or long-range rifle fire. Improved explosives or suicide vests can be used to bomb large areas of civilians who gather in public places such as concerts, subways, or movie theaters. And that is very true. This is why every time you go somewhere, for one, you have to keep your eyes open and look around, okay? And have a plan in place if something wants to happen. Where if you and your family get separated for whatever reason, you can go and have a meeting spot, that could be outside the area of danger. I remember there was a stampede that was produced. I don't remember how long ago, but it happened in New York. A bike backfired, and people thought it was gunshots, and everybody just freaked out and started running in all sorts of direction. Separating kids from their parents and stuff. So that's the kind of stuff that, for one, you have to have enough nerve to be able to just, instead of panic, react properly instead of just stampeding wherever the crowd takes you. Okay, so you gotta have that mentality already in place. Instead of being afraid of every little thing that's around you, you have to observe and then act and react. Biological weapons are undetectable and can be released almost anywhere with zero traceability. Thanks to CRISPR gene editing technology, almost anyone can whip up a bioweapon in their own basement with minimal funding or technical expertise. Thus, if Iran activates its terror cells across America, any rational person should fully expect to see disruption in the power grid, water system, food deliveries, and fuel infrastructure. And that is very true, because that could be the Achilles heel of whatever city that they might be targeting. These distributions may be localized and possibly short-lived, but if large-scale attacks are coordinated among several cells, a city like Los Angeles, for example, could be brought to its knees with simultaneous disruptions of water, fuel, electricity, and food. Likely weapons to be used are mortars, suicide vests, mass shootings, drones attacks, and more. And we have also seen in the past that ISIS has used trucks to run over people. We saw that in Nice, I think it was. But the point is that they will use anything and everything at their disposal. We've seen that they have also done knife attacks in London and other places, in New York, against the Jews, stuff like that. So the point is that whatever they have at their disposal, it doesn't have to be something fancy for them to use. They'll just go ahead and use it, kill as many as they can before they either kill themselves or they're taken into custody. And I'm sure their purpose, or they're ready at least to die for their cause. So this is the reason why we gotta be prepared to defend our life, liberty, and property. Truckers Transportation Coalition warned of super supply chain crisis as American cities may collapse into war zones. Food, fuel, medical supplies could all be disrupted. And this is also from Natural News. The executive director of the Small Business and Transportation Coalition, SBTC, known as Truckers.com, has issued a stern warning about a super supply chain crisis that could severely disrupt trucking and transportation operations that bring supplies to all of U.S. cities. James Lav issued a December 17th press release in which he warned of nationwide riots that will impede truckers' ability to make deliveries of products for Americans' consumption. These supplies include food, fuel, medicine, ammunition, and other supplies in which Americans depend on each day. Okay, this issue was given before all this happened with Iran. This was actually given because of what's happening in Virginia. Okay, they went ahead and talked about it and say that something like this could disrupt the supply chain. Not only in Virginia, but in other places that may also see this type of, war zones or Civil War type stuff, or even people rioting in the streets for whatever reason, on whichever side, So the point is that even though the Iran thing has just recently happened, that doesn't mean that that's the only thing that can disrupt the system and the supply chain, okay? Truckers will refuse to drive into war zones. Gun confiscation or terror attack, it doesn't matter whether it's the former or the latter. They will not just go deliver into places that they know they're gonna either be robbed or they can themselves be killed. Truckers, who represent one of the most underappreciated class of hard workers in American society, are actually very street-smart individuals with a strong sense of survival and self-preservation. They are not going to carelessly drive their delivery trucks into urban chaos theaters where they might be targeted by looters or violent anti-American rioters. And you can't really blame them, It's just a job. They're not going to risk their lives for their job, okay? All the money in the world will never, ever replace your life, okay? So we should not expect them and really complain if they think that it's too dangerous for them to go in there. You need to understand, you wouldn't go into your workplace if you know that somebody's going to shoot it up the next day, even though you have to make your money, right? So that's the thing. Truckers are smart, and they will not go in there, and we can't blame them for it, okay? It would be stupid of them to go, and we know these people are not stupid at all. All right, we also got to think about what's going to happen at the end of this year, which is election year, okay? Chaos will escalate through 2020. When truckers have began to sound the alarm on supply chain disruptions across America, it's important to listen up and plan accordingly. The 2020 elections are a few than 300 days away, and insane, radical left-wing lunatics are poised to launch nationwide violence, possibly even an attempted armed resolution if Trump wins re-election, okay? And it could be argued on the other side too that people on the right may do the same thing if they feel like Trump was cheated out of the election. We already know that Hillary tried to cheat in the election, counting dead people's votes and all that stuff. You know how everything went, the politics of that. But the point is that it could be on either side, and that's just the left. It could also be on the right. Even before then, Iran's sleeper cells may be activated in order to bomb fuel refineries, poison water supplies, or carry out suicide bombings to grocery stores and malls. Any of these events could be severely disruptive to American society. If continued, they could be catastrophic. The next time you go to the grocery store and the shelves aren't empty, thank a trucker. And don't expect truckers to risk their lives running suicide deliveries when American cities collapse into chaos. Excuse me. Once that happens, you're on your own. And that's the day that you'll wish you had a backup supply of food, water, iodine, emergency medicine, communication equipment, and trusted Remington shockwave shotgun. And this part of the article is very, very true. You're going to wish you had that in place. For example, the stuff that I have right here and up here, okay? Those things are essential for when something like this happens, okay? It may just be sitting here, right? But that day that I need it, I can just open up that lid and feed my family. And that's the purpose of having those kind of things stored up for when things do happen. And that things are going on right now, it's more than likely something's going to happen soon, okay? So you got to think, I must get ready quickly because time is very short, okay? And just so we can drive it home, saying that this is very important and a lot of people are taking it serious, okay? Even though there's memes out there, and most of those memes are funny, but people are starting to take it serious. Now listen to China, what they're saying. China embassy issued U.S. travel warning amid threats of terrorism in Iran. By Iran in the United States. This is from ZeroHedge.com. China embassy issued U.S. travel warning amid threats of terrorism in Iran. By Iran in the United States. This is from ZeroHedge.com. China embassy issued U.S. travel warning amid threats of terrorism in Iran. This is from ZeroHedge.com. If other governments are advising their own citizens to not come to the United States, and if they do, to be careful where they go, and watch out, pretty much what I've been saying, that things are serious. Okay, you gotta take the steps to protect yourself and your family. Okay, what if you're not with your family? You need communications. You're gonna need all these things in order for you to be able to survive it. However long it might take. For example, okay, I have this food stuff that I have here. I'm not gonna sell it to you because I don't have the ability to yet. But the point is that you gotta have these things, because if they do take down the power grid, whether they bomb it, they shoot at it, they do a cyber attack, EMP, whatever the case may be, okay, the supply chain is gonna be disrupted, and there won't be a Walmart anymore for however long it takes. Okay, it could take up to 18 months for China to deliver the systems we need for our generators, the stuff that powers our grid. That's if not we're at war with them. Also, if we're at war with them, they ain't gonna give us anything that we need. The point is, you also need water. Okay, you need water filtration, you need communication, you need your tools. There was one knife right there. You need your backpack to get you home. If you need to bug out your sleeping bag, you need all these things in place for when things happen. You just go grab it, go, or you just hunker down and wait for things to pass over. Okay, so you need at least, as it stands right now, you need at least 6 to a year, or 6 months to 12 months of food. Okay, stored up, whether it's like this, whether it's cans, whether it's in Mylar bags, however you can store it, and whatever your ability to do it, money wise is. I'd say you go with this, because this has 20 years shelf life. This is, you just put it up and forget about it pretty much, and you'll have it there when you need it. And it looks like we're probably gonna need it soon. Okay, you need water. You need to have your water ready, whether it's bottled water, whether you have it in drums, whether you have it as a pond, a pool, whatever the body of water you may put it in, you need that also. And along with that, you're gonna need the filters. Okay, you're gonna need this type of filter, and you're also gonna need the chemical, what you call it? It just kept my mind. The chemical thing that you put inside for it to be cleaned. So the point is, oh yeah, and you also need communication, because not only do you need to secure your perimeter, however big your house is, it could be 1 acre, it could be 20 acres. You need to protect you and your family. Okay, so you're gonna need communications for when people take shifts around your house to make sure that nothing happens. Okay, you're gonna need tools. You're gonna need your bug out bag just in case you gotta go anywhere. If you cannot stay home, if you see, and this is one of the things that communication is important, because if they take down the cell towers, you will have no way to communicate. You're gonna need a ham radio, okay? But you gotta remember, you gotta be certified in order to be able to use them, or you're gonna be fined very heavily by the FCC. Okay, so don't do anything stupid. If you don't know, ask, okay, or do research. Thank God for the internet, right? So that's the point. You gotta have these things in place, and you gotta have your firearms ready, your ammo ready also, because if there's terrorists that are running through your town, either you gotta be able to fight them off, or you gotta be able to defend yourself against them. Okay, not just you, but your neighbors too. So think about all these things, okay, that I'm talking about, and take them serious, because China's taking it serious, Russia's taking it serious. We're taking it very, very serious. The Department of Homeland Security is taking it serious. The Department of Defense is taking it very serious. Okay, so now it's your turn to take it serious. But anyways, there's a lot more articles in my Facebook page, Man Survival. You can find me on there. There's a lot of stuff. Please like it. Please help us grow. Please like this video, share it also, leave a comment. I'll try to answer all the comments that I have. I only have 21 subscribers right now, so it's very easy for me to do it. But hopefully we can grow and keep growing. I just want to bring you this information and give you solutions to the information that we have. And this is things that are going on today, things are happening today. So let's get ready for future events, or events that could be days, even weeks away. Okay. So as we always say around here, be ready, and please like and share. You'll have a great day. Be careful out there.